all doing? Hope you are doing great today. It's gloomy outside, today. It's raining a little bit. I hope the weather at your place is much better than what we have today. Cloudy skies. So those of you who do not know me, I'm Dr. Nandi. I frequently go live on my channel uh, to solve math problems, to lecture on math topics. In my channel, I have solved all kind of math problems just for you. So if you get a chance, please take a look at my channel, and if you like the videos, please subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button. So without further ado, let's get started. Today we are going to work on a problem on probability. The probability that a student takes 1 to 7 courses at a university is listed as number of courses is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Maximum 7 courses in a semester. And the corresponding probabilities are listed. For one course probability is 0.02, for 2 courses 0.03, for 3 courses 0.09, all the way to 7 courses probability is 0.05. So this is a discrete probability distribution. Why discrete, you ask me? Good question. This is discrete because you see the number of courses you can take either 1 or 2 or 3. You cannot take a fractional number of courses such as 1.5 or 2.7. Decimal values are not possible. You have to take whole number courses. You discretely jump from one course to 2 courses and so forth. Okay, so the first part asks what is the probability of x equal to 4. So I just look at the table. For x equal to 4, probability is given as from the table as 0.25. So that is the answer to part A. What does it mean? There is a 25% chance that the student will take 4 courses. Okay. Part B says find probability of x at most 4. Maximum value is 4. However, it can be also less than 4, 3, 2 and 1. That is a possibility. So it is asking for x at most 4. In algebra, we write it as px less equal to 4. So it is p0, and since these are independent events, okay, they do not intersect, we add the corresponding probabilities. There is no 0. So I'm mistaken here. Let me correct it. There is no 0 courses in this. You have to take a minimum of 1 course. So it is P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4. That is at most 4. The reason we are adding these probabilities is because the person can take 4 courses or 3 courses or 2 courses or 1 course. And these are independent events. We do not know which one is really going to happen, so we add all the probabilities up to 4. So that is equal to 0.02 plus 0.03 plus 0.09 plus 0.25, and that is equal to 0.25 plus 0.09 is 0.34 plus 0.03 is 0.37 plus 0.02 is 0.39. So probability of x less equal to 4 is 0.39. So there is a 39% chance that a student will take at most 4 courses. It can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3 and it can be 4. Since these are independent events, we are adding them together to get the probability. Any question? Shoot me a question, I will write back to you. Part C, P x at least 4. At least 4 is different from at most 4. At most 4 maximum is 4. At least 4 the lowest value is 4. At least, as the name implies, lowest value is 4. So what is it? P4. It can be P4, it can be P5, it can be 5 courses, it can be 6 courses, and it is a maximum of 7 courses. Okay, so at least 4 is written in algebra as x greater equal to 4, as opposed to at most 4, which is less equal to 4. Greater equal to 4 means we start from 4 up to the maximum number, 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7. So this is 0.25 plus 0.40 plus 0.16 plus 0.05, which is 0.65 plus 0.16 is 0.81 plus 0.05 is 0.86. Again, 0.25 plus 0.40 is 0.65 plus 0.16 is 0.81 plus 0.05 is 0.86. So that is the answer for probability x greater equal to 4. 0.86. Okay. So there is a 86% chance that a person will take at least 4 courses. At least 4 means 4 and above. We are not sure whether the person takes 4 courses, 5 courses, or 6 courses, or 7 courses. Since these are independent events, we add the 4 probabilities, 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7. So that is at least 4, 4 and above. Okay, part D, it asks what is the average value of number of courses a student takes. Okay, since this is a discrete probability problem, so mu in this case is given as mu is the mean or the average, is sum of x multiplied by px. So from the table we take each value of x multiplied by its corresponding probability. For example, 1 times 0.02 plus 2 times 0.03 plus 3 times 0.09, so forth. Instead of doing that, we will use our TI-84 calculator, which is much easier. We do not have to do the cranking of numbers ourselves. The calculator will do the work for us. But first, we clear the memories of the calculator by pressing first the second button, which is on the top left, then the plus button, which is in the bottom right, on top of enter. Second, top left, plus on the bottom right on top of the enter button. Then press number 4 key on the calculator. Second plus 4, you will get clear all list on your calculator. Hit enter. Okay, so clear, it says done. That means all the memories, numbers in the memories from the past work are removed now. So we are ready to enter the data. Remember, we have to enter 2 sets of data, x and px. Okay, so we press the stat button, which is in the second row, stat button, then 1. When we press stat and 1, we get the list windows. L1 is list 1, list 2 is L2, and so forth. We are going to enter x values, the discrete random variable values in L1. So x values in L1. So the first is 1, second is 2, 3. Every time we type a number in L1, we will hit enter. After 3, 4, then 5, then 6, then 7. This way all the numbers, x values from 1 to 7 are entered in L1. Now the cursor, which is the black rectangle, is sitting below 7 in L1. My goal is to move it to the first line in L2. I do that by pressing the right cursor key after 7, where the cursor is sitting in L1. I press the right cursor key, which is on the top right corner of the calculator. When I do that, the cursor moves automatically to L2, where I will enter the corresponding probability value starting with 0.02. So I type each of them and hit enter. 0.02 is the first probability, hit enter. Then 0.03, hit enter. Then 0.09 and hit enter. Then 0.25 and hit enter. 0.4, hit enter. 0.16 and hit enter, and 0.05 and hit enter. So again, all the x values are in L1, all the px values, corresponding px values are in L2, and we did that by stat and 1. First enter x values in L1 and then the corresponding px probability values in L2. Now we are ready to do the calculation. So let me write the steps. Enter x values in L1, list 1, and px values in L2, values in L2. So I want the calculator to do the calculation automatically. Basically, we are multiplying each x value with the corresponding probability and adding them together. 1 times 0.02 plus 2 times 0.03 plus 3 times 0.09 and so forth. So after we have entered the values in x values in L1 and L2, x value in L1, px value in L2, then we are going to press again stat button, and then highlight calc on the top row. Highlight means move the cursor on the top row from edit to calc, and then select number 1. Okay, number 1 is 1 var stats. 1 var stands for variable. 1 variable stats. Why 1 variable? Because x is the only variable. That's why x is number of courses. 1 var stats. Okay, my list is L1 and I don't do anything else to any of the lines. This is already set in the calculator. List is L1, first line is L1. I go straight down to calculate and hit enter. Okay. So my mean is the first line. X bar, to be read as x bar, is the mean or average, is the first line. The answer is 4. What does it mean? On the average, a student is taking 4 courses. Okay. Any question on this? Shoot me a question, I'll reply back to you. So the average is 4. Again, that is obtained by multiplying each value of x with the corresponding probability and adding all the products together. What is the product? Product of x multiplied by the corresponding probability. Add all those products up, gives you the mean. Part E says expected value. Expected value is given as E of x. Expected value, as the name implies, is the most expected value, the value you expect to happen, the value you think will happen, and that is actually equal to the mean or x bar. Remember, this is the population mean and this is the sample mean. The calculator always gives x bar, although in this case this is a population. So expected value is same as mean, is 4. So we have a fancy name for the mean in case of discrete probability distribution is expected value. Same as the mean, what is the most expected value? What will happen on the average? On the average, A student will take 4 courses. That is the key. Then part F asks for standard deviation. Okay, standard deviation. Which one should I go for? I will go for sigma x, population standard deviation. This is sigma x, or population standard deviation, and that is also on my calculator screen. Population standard deviation. So sigma x, if you look up in the calculator, which is the standard deviation, is 2. What does standard deviation means? What is the average deviation of a course from the mean? So it is 2. So on the average, students will take between 2, 4 minus 2 is 2, 4 is the mean, 4 minus 2 is 2, and 4 plus 2 is 6. So on the average, students will take anywhere between 2 and 6 courses. Again, 4 is your mean, subtract a standard deviation from it, 4 minus 2 is 2, add the standard deviation to the mean, 4 plus 2 is 6. Students will take between 2 and 6 courses. On the average, they will take actually 4 courses. So the standard deviation is 2. Remember, in the calculator we have to focus on sigma x, which is the population standard, because this is a population. Okay, so that is your standard deviation. And then they ask for the variance. Variance is the square of the standard deviation. Variance is equal to sigma x square. That is sigma x multiplied by itself 2 times, or it is 2 square, or it is 4. Okay. Now there is a big formula for the standard deviation. If you want to do the number crunching yourself, it is sum of, actually this is a sigma x square formula. X, from each value of x, subtract the mean. For example, x is 1, mean is 4, 1 minus 4 is minus 3. Then you square it and multiply with the corresponding probability, which is 0.02 for x equal to 1. So again, what are you doing to calculate the variance? Which the calculator is doing for us is, from each value of x, it is subtracting the mean, x minus mu, then squaring that and multiply the square value with the corresponding probability. So for the first case, x minus mu will be 1 minus mu is 4. 1 minus 4 is minus 3. If you square that up, is minus 1 minus 4 is minus 3. Minus 3 times minus 3 is positive 9. 9 multiplied by the corresponding probability is 9 times 0.02 is 0.18. And you do it for all the numbers, for all the values of x, and then add the products together to get the variance. But we will depend on the calculator quicker. We will first get the sigma x, which is the standard deviation. In this case, it's 2. And then we square the standard deviation to get variance, which is 2 square, which is 4. Okay, so variance is 4. Okay. Again, the meaning of standard deviation, what is the average variation from the mean? In this case, standard deviation is 2. The mean is 4. So 4 minus 2 is 2, and 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 is in the center. So the students will take on the average, between 2 and 6 courses with the most center. Most students will take on the average 4 courses, but anywhere from 2 to 6 courses. And 2 is obtained by mean minus the standard deviation. 6 is obtained from mean plus the standard deviation. But most of the students will take 4 courses. Okay. And we get standard deviation, then you square the standard deviation to get variance. The important thing to remember is to find the expected value or the mean and the standard deviation using the calculator. You have to enter the x, that is the discrete random variable values in L1 and the corresponding values in L2. Before you do that, you should clear the memories of the calculator, which is second button on the top left, plus button on the bottom right, and then number 4. You'll get clear all list on your calculator screen, hit enter and done. Memories are cleared, enter the x values in L1, corresponding probability values in L2 and do the calculation. This comes in handy when you calculate the mean and the standard deviation and the variance, because otherwise there is a lot of calculation involved. So I will suggest use TI-84 instead of using the formula, although you should get the same results using the formula also. Okay, I know you can do it. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask me a question, shoot me a question. I will reply to each and every question that you have. I appreciate the fact that you took time to watch my presentation. If you like this presentation, please give me a thumbs up and share with your friends. And please subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button. At the same time, please click on the notify button, which is the bell button. You will be notified every time I upload a new video. Again, thanks for taking the time to watch my video, and please do not forget to check me out tomorrow. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button. Again, do not forget to check me out tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great day. See you.